Let's discuss a property commonly used in mathematics called the distributive property. To understand how the distributive property works, let's look at a real-life scenario where we have 10 pieces of fruit. We have our 10 pieces of fruit, and you know what? We decide that's not enough and we want to double it. To double our 10 pieces of fruit, we would simply multiply 10 by 2, which gives us 20. So doubling our original amount gives us 20 pieces of fruit. Now, let's say we got a little more specific with our 10 pieces of fruit. So we still have 10 pieces of fruit, but we know that those 10 pieces were 2 lemons, 3 bananas, and 5 strawberries. But what if we still want to double our fruit? Luckily, as long as we're careful and make sure to double every type of fruit, we should end up with the same result. So if we double our 2 lemons, double our 3 bananas, and double our 5 strawberries, we should end up with the same 20 pieces of fruit. And this is a great example of how the distributive property works. The distributive property says that multiplying a set by a value A is equivalent to multiplying all terms within the set by the value A. So in other words, multiplying the set B plus C by A is equivalent to A times B plus A times C. Looking at a few examples, we can see how the distributive property is a necessary step to use in order to simplify some expressions. For all 3 of the examples shown, there are no like terms to combine in the parentheses. The next step in the order of operations would be exponents, and since there are no exponents to worry about, we would move on to multiplication and division. The distributive property must be used properly to finish the multiplication step of simplifying these expressions. So, we would have to make sure to multiply the 5 by the 4 and the 2x, resulting in 20 plus 10x. We would have to be certain to multiply the 2.5 by both the 2y and the 1, resulting in 5y minus 2.5. And lastly, even though our final set has 3 terms within the parentheses, we would still have to make sure the 3 multiplies the 4, the 2x, and the 5k, resulting in 12 plus 6x minus 15k. And since our results after multiplication have no like terms, these would all be considered our final answers. Good luck in working with the distributive property in the future, and when working with the property, always make sure to distribute.